How's it going, YouTube? This is Manny from Manny Fresh Bets, bringing you my first basket picks for today, Thursday, April 20th, 2023. If this is the first time watching one of my videos, or if you haven't already done so, I would really appreciate if you guys would like, comment, subscribe. Again, can't thank you guys enough for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers, hoping to get to 2,000. So definitely keep sharing the word. Really want to shout out everyone that kind of took the time out to thank me. Those who took the time out to give me some tips. We won again last night, so if you guys see me looking down, this is where I got my little setup with my laptop and my computer. So basically, last night the parlays didn't do that well. We had a couple of guys on the same tickets, on different tickets that didn't hit. I told you about Lopez. I told you he was probably going to be a little bit more aggressive just because Giannis wasn't playing. That was definitely the case. In terms of the hits, we got LeBron straight up in the Lakers and the Grizzlies game. And then we got Murray from the Nuggets in that wild Nuggets and Wolves game. That game was intense. It looked like the Nuggets were just gonna blow them out. All of a sudden, the Timberwolves came back, and then it was a game in the fourth quarter. You saw Murray go for 40. You saw Ant-Man go for 40. So very, very exciting game. Again, we hit with LeBron straight up, with Murray straight up. Unfortunately, our parlays didn't do that well, just because we had the right guys, but on different tickets. In terms of other hits that we got, we hit another MLB bomb parlay. I gave that out on my Twitter, so make sure you're following me at Manny Fresh Bets. I think it was plus. I'm forgetting how much odds there it was, but it was a pretty big odd. I didn't put that much money into it. I only put $2 into it, and I got $83 back. So imagine if you would have put $10, $5, $10 probably would have got you over $400 or $500. So and again, thanks a lot for those who reached out, thanked me, and also tipped me from that big bomb. That's two that we've hit so far this season. I'm probably gonna post one up coming up before it probably is gonna be before the early game starts. I think the early game is like 135, 140. Here in the East Coast. So I'll probably put that up so we can try to hit another one. So on with the picks for today. And again, as I've been doing in previous games, I'm gonna be putting up kind of the analysis that I've started. Who's winning the tip, who's making the first basket, what are the teams doing, who's being aggressive, things like that. For the first game, we have, and again, I give out probably like 3 to 4 different parlays. The first one is always going to be my go-to guys parlay. The last one is probably going to be the long shot, and then that's that bullshit parlay. And then I'm going to give you my straight up picks. So for these games, we got the Sixers and the Nets. When I looked at the analysis, on the tip-off, the Sixers are 4-2. Actually, Embiid is 3-1 against Claxton. Obviously, Embiid didn't play all those games. And we saw, kind of a lot of roster changes happening with the Nets when they, traded KD, traded Kyrie. So these numbers are a little mixed up. But I definitely like the fact that Embiid is 3-1 against Claxton. The Sixers are 4-2, making the first basket. And then the first baskets are Claxton, Melton, Embiid, Mills, Embiid again, and then Harris. So for my go-to guy for this pick, no surprise, I'm going with Embiid. Kind of square, I know, but he's just that dominant that I'm have to pick him here. In terms of the second game, the King versus Warriors is a little bit more, it's a tougher pick here because the Warriors are 6-0 on tip-off. So Looney is 5-0 against Sabonis. Sabonis didn't play one of those games. They played against each other. Then the teams are pretty much even in making the first basket. So even though Golden State is taking all the tips, they're winning all the tips, they're still split down the middle, 3-3 in terms of making the first basket. So the made first basket, we got Wiggins, we got Murray, Wiggins again, Looney, and then Sabonis twice, which we actually cashed with Sabonis the first game. In terms of my go-to guy pick right here, I'm gonna go with Curry, just because I've noticed that he takes a lot of shots early. Obviously, he's a great scorer, but he's aggressive to start games. He's gonna have to be a little bit more aggressive now that Green is not playing. So I'm going with Curry there. So far we got Embiid and Curry. Then in the last game, Suns versus Clippers. Suns are 4-2 on the tip-offs. Ayton is 3-1 against Zubac. And then we got even though the Suns are winning most of the tips, it's the complete opposite in making the first basket. So the Clippers are 4-2 in first baskets. We got Booker, Brown, which, he's on the bench. He's a bench player. That was one game that nobody basically played. Then we got Zubac, Westbrook, Gordon, and then we hit with KD that first game. So that's second game, I'm sorry. That game I gave out KD straight up. And then for this pick, I'm not going to overthink it. I mean, you could put KD here, but I'm going to take Ayton. Ayton is a guy that, we've made money in the past. Even last year, we made pretty good money with him. And I'm going to go with him here. So my go-to guys parlay is going to be Embiid from the Sixers. We got Curry from the Golden State Warriors. And then we got DeAndre Ayton from the Suns. In terms of my, this is one that I kind of made up, came up with. Excuse me, I got to get my coffee. It's early. This is one that I kind of came up with, based on the stats parlay, based off the stats parlay. Basically, that's what I come up with. Looking at all the stats, looking at the play-by-play, and I came up with these guys that have either made the first basket in these games or are very aggressive in the games against that particular team. So for this one, I'm taking Embiid. He's hit the first basket twice already against this team. He hit the first basket in the first game. Then I'm not gonna overthink it again. I'm going with Sabonis. Now that Green is there, it's probably a better opportunity for Sabonis to get in the paint. And I'm going to go with him there. So we got Embiid, Sabonis. And then since the Clippers are 4-2 making the first basket, even though he hasn't made a first basket in this series yet, I'm going to go with Kawhi Leonard. He's taken very early shots. Obviously, no PG. He has to be aggressive. So that based off the stats parlay, I'm going with Embiid. I'm going with Sabonis, and I'm going with Kawhi. In terms of the third parlay, in the Nets against the Sixers, I'm going to take Bridges. Bridges is someone that we've taken in the past and we've made some money with. Unfortunately, he's been taking some early shots. He's just missing. So I'm going to take a shot there with Bridges. Maybe, the 76ers miss a shot or get a turnover. And Bridges hits that first basket. Then for the Kings and the Warriors, I'm going to go with Thompson. Again, Thompson is someone that could get hot or could get cold really quickly. I'm banking on, maybe Curry setting him up for a quick three, setting him up for a quick shot, and him hitting the first basket. And then lastly, I'm going to go with, going back to someone that we already cashed with in this series, and it's going to be KD. So we got Bridges, Thompson, and KD for that third parlay. In terms of the fourth parlay, this one's kind of out of the box, if you will. So, feel free to tail responsibly, fade this pick. But my picks here are going to be Harden for the 76ers. He's been kind of on and off in this series. He hasn't really been, as aggressive. I think game one, he had a good game. Last game, he only scored like 8 points. They didn't really need him to score that much. But I'm going to go with James Harden there. He's more of a facilitator, but I can see him pulling up for a quick three and making it. So I'm going to go with him there. In the second game, Kings versus Warriors, I'm going to go with someone that has hit the first basket twice already against the Kings, and that's, Wiggins. So I'm going to go with Wiggins there. Again, no Green. Somebody's going to have to step up in the scoring department and the facilitating. Even though Green is not a scorer, but they have to step up because Green is a big piece. He sets up the scoring a lot. He's kind of a setup guy. Again, he's not going to score a lot, but he's always setting up his teammates for good shots. And then lastly, I'm going to go with Booker again. Booker made the first basket in the first game these two teams played, not the first playoff game, the first game in the season. And I'm going to take him here. So again, that fourth parlay is going to be Harden, Wiggins, and Booker. And again, guys, always round robin these picks. We hit the round robin with Brunson and KD a couple of days ago when the Knicks played and the Suns played. Make sure you're round robin it because, you know, it sucks when you hit 2 out of 3 and you just say, damn, I should have just round robin it. I would have won some money back. So, you know, remember to do that. I know it's tough because you're spending more of your bankroll in these round robins, but it's only 3 games. So, you know, I understand when it's the season, when I'm giving out 4, 5, 6 leg parlays in a first basket. It's tough to do the round robins because, you know, you're spending your bankroll real quick. But with only 3 games, you know, you should be able to, manage your bankroll and do the round robins at the same time. Then for the, I got the long shot parlay for the 76ers and the Nets. I'm going with Harris. So Tobias Harris hit the first basket last game. He's been looking to score a little more. So I'm going to go with him for that pick. Then for the Kings and the Warriors, I noticed, and this is a guy that I kind of fade a lot. It's just, I can't explain it. Every time I pick his under, he goes over. Every time I pick his over, he goes under. It's just that type of guy that I stay away from almost exclusively. But for this game, since there's no Draymond Green, he's probably going to have a better shot to get some points up. And I'm going to go with Harrison Barnes. Feel free to fade this pick or change it to someone else you like. But I'm going to take Harrison Barnes here. Again, I noticed he's taking a lot of early shots, especially in those season matchups, not necessarily the playoff matchups. Then lastly, again, a guy that we made pretty good money last year. This year, we haven't made as much money with him just because he's been injured. And, you know, obviously Kawhi, PG, now Westbrook, they're taking more shots, but I'm going to go with Zubac. So the long shot, this is what it is, a long shot. I'm going with Harris, Barnes, and Zubac. Then for that bullshit parlay, I'm going to go with Cam Johnson. I'm going to go with the Aaron Fox. And then I'm going to go with Westbrook, who's actually made, you know, a first basket against that team already. So again, that's the bullshit parlay. Cam Johnson, the Aaron Fox, and then Russell Westbrook. In terms of my straight up picks, I'm not going to overthink it here. I'm going to go with Embiid and Bridges in the Nets 76ers game. I'm going to go with Wiggins and the Aaron Fox in the Golden State Warriors against the Kings game. And then for the last game, the Suns and the Clippers, I'm going against the grain. Clippers are 4-2 making the first basket, but I'm picking 2 Suns. I did that last time I gave you a pick with LeBron, and I believe it was, forgot who I gave out there for the second pick, but I know I gave out LeBron and the Grizzlies, I think, were like 5-1 or 6-0 against them in terms of the first baskets. I'll let you guys know right now. Grizzlies was 4-1 making the first basket. Actually 4-0 before LeBron hit it. So I gave out LeBron and AD, I believe. And LeBron hit. I'm going against the grain again here, and I'm taking 2 Suns. I'm taking Booker and I'm taking Ayton. I know the the square pick is KD because he just hit one. And he is kind of that go-to guy, but I'm kind of feeling Ayton in the paint, and I'm kind of feeling Booker set up from Paul or from KD to hit that first basket. So those are my straight-up pick. Embiid, and Bridges, Wiggins and Fox, and then I'm gonna go with Booker and Ayton. Greatly appreciate all the support, guys. Can't thank you guys enough for all the subscribers. all the followers on Twitter, make sure you're following me there at Manny Fresh Bets. I gave out a pretty good parlay last night. Again, I won $83 off of $2. So, you know, you really can't beat that on MLB. MLB has been hitting pretty solid this year. Also, you know, I haven't had time to give out live plays this week, but I might have some time tonight once I'm watching these games, and I'm probably gonna hit you guys up with a couple of live parlays or live bets. Again, guys, thanks a lot. Have a great day. God bless, and we will talk soon.